find an equation for the graph. So in the first graph, the graph passes through the origin. That means this is a sine graph. Look at the second graph. It passes through y-axis, making an intercept. That means cosine graph. And its sine graph, look here, it goes all the way to 4. That's the amplitude. For this graph, amplitude A is 4. Okay, so the A value is also 4. It's a positive going up from origin. Now we need to find the equation like this. So sine means y equals A sine omega x, and this omega is here, period t equals 2 pi over omega. So we need to look at the period. Look at here, this graph from 0 all the way up, back to 0, all the way down, back to 0. So here is one full cycle. So this is the period. This length is the period. So 6 pi, 10 pi, so this is 8 pi. So here period t is 8 pi. From this we should be able to find the value of omega. Okay, so 2 pi over omega, that's the period, is equal to 8 pi. Okay, that is, and we can always assume 8 pi over 1, cross multiply. So omega times 8 pi equals 2 pi. Divide both sides by 8 pi. Omega equals 2 pi over 8 pi. Pi cancel. 2 goes at 4 times, so 1/4. 1/4. Thus the equation for this graph is now here y equals 4 sine omega 1/4 x. Okay, now let's do the second. Let's look at the second graph here. Again, the amplitude is 5. This goes all the way to, so A is 5, which is positive in this case. It's going up, and this is 0. If we look at one full cycle up to here, so this is one period t. So period t is 8. That is 2 pi over omega. And by the way, this is cosine graph because the graph makes an intercept with y-axis. It does not go through 0. Okay, 2 pi over omega, that's the period, equals given 8. We just found 8. Cross multiply, so 8 over 1, so 8 omega equals 2 pi. Divide by 8, 2 pi over 8. 2 goes 4 times, so pi over 4. Then the equation here is y equals 5 cosine pi over 4 x. Final.